Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8-5, and 8-5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go. I copied a while ago, 1 Charlie transmission that my can use November, go. 1 Charlie, Echo. And 8-5, this is 7 November, Charlie. 8-5 right now. Now 1 Charlie, 7 November, go.
This is 1 Charlie, welcome to your line. You're Brandon 158, extra 5 o'clock, 1200 between teams and local. Also request your unit take extra Nexus to see if we can try to get Whiskey 9 and 8 for Botched to the playground.
And this is 7 November, Roger, stand by.
Got that?
Got it? Alright. And all units, this is 7 November Golf. My unit Alpha, Echo, X-ray Alpha Alpha in there.
One Charlie, Alpha Bravo.
Hey, I never took a dip. I forgot to take a dip.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
Whiskey 9, go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
Whiskey 9, go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8-5, and 8-5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go.
All right, welcome to another live stream with the TheCivDiv here. Clay Sims here, wearing stupid, ridiculous t-shirts. Let's go ahead and see what we got. You ask me questions, I give you answers. Delay 0311 USMC 90 to 94. Submitted my first VA claim September 24th for GERD and tinnitus. Congrats, by the way. A little late to the punch, but at least you're doing it now. Tinnitus came back at 10. January 24th in GERD. Claim went back to evidence review. What gives? Yeah, man, there's not a single person on this planet that can answer timeline questions or what claims are deferred, what claims get approved. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now for service connection, you do need the big three. The first one is the in-service event, which means evidence from service. The next one is the current diagnosis. So 1, 2, and then those become the foundation for number 3, which is the Nexus, right? Which is going to be given by your CMP examiner. All right, Fragrance Man says, I think the first question is whether you have an in-service diagnosis. All right. Mural Streeter, I know I pronounced that wrong. I apologize. Says, why would a CMP exam not require a medical opinion for a right hip? That was previously denied 10 years ago. The VA jacked that up, by the way. Yeah, every single claim will require a medical opinion. If they didn't order it for that exam, it'll probably get kicked back for an ACE or worst case scenario, just another exam. And it sounds, first glance from this comment, it sounds like something messed up in the claim development process here. Dallas says, let's go. What's up? Hey, Clay, I have a right wrist fracture with nerve damage, all service connected. I know I have tremors. Is there anything available regarding a rating for tremors? Any condition that is a disability according to the VA can be rated, right? Or at least recognized as service connected. And you have your nuances like sleep apnea there, alcohol use disorder, things like that as intermediate steps. So the answer is yes, not just the tremors, but that goes for everything. If you have a condition that is disabling that's calls for military service, you submit the claim. I always like to say, let the VA do VA things. But looking at tremors, I know I have tremors. I want to know if you were diagnosed. Okay. And I also want to know, like, what's the extent of your nerve damage? Because if it stems from your nerve damage, tomato, those are the same thing from a VA rating perspective, at least. It sounds like you don't have a diagnosis just based on how that's worded. Dover Trans LLC, what's up? Thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. Excuse me. And I left my drink upstairs. I'm going to go grab it real quick. If I try to service connect mental health as direct and have been appealing it for a few years, if it's granted as secondary to something that has been service connected the last few months, will effective date go back? No. Your effective date will be the intent to file, period. That's it. Doesn't matter how you kind of wrote that. Now, when it comes to appeals, it's within the 1 year time frame, right? So, for instance, if I submitted a claim, it's 2025 right now. Let's say I submitted a claim February of 2020. And within 1 year, the last 5 years, I've been appealing it and appealing it and appealing it and appealing it. There are some variables that can change the effective date, but it should go back to 2020. And yes, the VA gets that wrong all the time. All right, let me answer this super chat, and then I'm going to run upstairs and grab my drink, and I'll be right back. So John Frisbee, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Says, can someone who has been 100% PNT for several years and has never discharged any student loans take out Parent Plus loans for their children? I don't think so. I do not think so. You can request it all you want. I don't remember seeing anything specific to delaying the benefit for years, taking out new loans and then discharging those. I just don't see that flying. I could be wrong. It would be really sweet if I was wrong, but I don't think so. Okay, let me run upstairs, grab my drink, my Monster. I need it. Be right back. Alrighty. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Whew. Okay. Chris Gutierrez, can a Marine who's been ADSEP get a disability rating? Is it any different than getting out normally? Goody, you bet. I know this person in real life. You better not be getting an ADSEP. Okay. The answer to your question is on enlistment, right? So each enlistment, you have your own benefits. And so let's say you did 2 enlistments. Your first one was honorable. Your second one was other than honorable, or whatever that looks like for the situation you're talking about. The first enlistment is still golden. You're still good. So injury sustained within that time frame, sure. It's not really like you can get ADSEP with a general. That's fine. Can I claim headaches if my blood pressure meds are giving me headaches? Yes, you can. Okay. You would need a diagnosis of headaches, and more importantly, you would need evidence connecting your medication to your headaches or migraines or whatever it is you got. Tension headaches, whatever that looks like. Also having hypertension, and assuming some anxiety there as well. Yes, that answer is yes. Did I pin this comment? I did. We have a Discord channel. If you don't know, be sure to join. The link is pinned on the stream. Even if you're not a member, you can still join the Discord. You should. But here is a member, Sherry Sanford. Says, hi there. What's up? I ordered my C file in May. Still waiting. It's a long time. We'll be filing. Okay. Scared to wait too long and have changes go into effect. Should I wait or file now? Depends what it is you need your C file for. Is it an appeal? If it is an appeal, I'm assuming it's going to be a supplemental. What's the evidence in question there? Having your C file does nothing for you other than let you know what the VA has for your appeals, just specifically. So if this is a new claim, there's really no reason to wait. You have the diagnosis. You have all your evidence from service, hopefully medical. If not, evidence other than medical, you submit the claim right there. Rami Duran says, hello, long time view, first time live. Welcome. Is it true that when going through a med board, it takes around 180 days? There's no rhyme or reason. Now, there's a time frame on it. I think it is 6 months, but each case is going to be different, right? You have NARSMs. It depends on how complicated you are and your conditions are. Depends on if you fight that discharge or that med board post NARSM, right? It just depends. James Johnson says, hey, CPAP, you suck. Yep. Don't worry. In case you're wondering, that's from a community post I do. I always have a you suck option. So it's not, don't take it personal. Do they think they will apply a means test for VA disability? No, that video is from, I'll show you where it's from actually. That is from, what's his face? Russell Vought wanting a means test. And that's going to be right here. Now, keep in mind, Russell Vought is going to be leading the OMB. I'm just going to put Vought. Russell Vought will be leading the OMB, and it has nothing to do with VA disability at all. But it does go to show that there are people in government at the highest levels that have this mindset. That's really why I wanted to make that video in the first place. And holy moly, dude. Holy Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. What in the world? Okay, dude, you have my full attention. We're answering this. Dude, what? I'm trying not to say anything bad. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, be cool. Act cool. Okay, Hawk. First off, let me do this real quick. Hawk. I don't think anyone will ever beat you, ever, in the history of ever. Okay. Stay cool. And you're a member. All right, stay cool. Let me get your 2 and 3 here. Okay, I got them. All right. Part 1. Last August during the VFW convention videos, you mentioned the DAV may do the same thing. They did, and I was there. Okay, I think that was in Arizona, I believe. to question what happened to my dental claim. Okay. Later in November, the DAV interviewed me and wrote an article on my debacle online. Thanks for info. I'm approved in Phoenix, but still rejected at the Tucson Dental Clinic. I am extremely grateful Mr. Saint Singh told my story. Before that, it was just me telling my story with rock solid evidence and begging VA employees to open the M21 TAC 1 and process my claim. The article only tells a short version of hell I was put through. Dude, do me a solid. That's insane. Do me a solid, okay? Email me the article. I'll do a whole video on it. We'll really dive into that. Thank you for that, Nuclear. I see it. I'll do a whole article on that. I'll dive into it. Email me that article, okay? From Phoenix. What was that, DAV? Absolutely. Dude. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm going to try to move on and forward to this and have a clear mind. Holy baloney. Andre. Hi. What's up? Currently a BDD claim. During my CMP exams, I was diagnosed with 5 things I didn't file for. Should I file for those? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. April 1st, that's still within 90, what is that, 93 days? Yeah, you should. 100%. And if for whatever reason you don't, the day you get out, you submit those claims. And do you think I will retake my CMP exams if my evidence is my CMP exams DBQs? That doesn't not make sense. Okay. But to answer your, I think you're asking the conditions you were diagnosed for. Will you have more exams? Probably. The VA loves spending money on CMP exams. They love it. They can't get enough of it. It would be really cool if they added those. So you'll likely see that with like radiculopathy in your lower back. The VA can add that to your claim specifically. Okay. Currently 100% submitted for ED. Is this Poking the Bear? Technically, the answer is yes, it is. But you're fine, dude. Don't worry about it. ED, I assume that's secondary to mental health medication. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If I'm currently in step 5 and have fallen into financial hardship due to my Meniere syndrome, not being able to work much, should I submit a financial hardship form? Yes, absolutely. Who would you move it faster? You know, I want to say a VSO, but I don't think necessarily that would be faster. It wouldn't be a bad idea. It also depends on like what's the availability of VSOs in your area. If you have to wait a month to get that appointment, obviously you're just cooking there, right? And so completing that form, submitting it, calling the VA, I would do both personally, and then upload it via Quick Submit. If you've never used Quick Submit, actually, I'll show you what that looks like. Dude, this guy, $500 is absolutely insane. Let me pull up this submitting evidence. Yeah, definitely. Hawk, let me get that article, dude. I'll do a whole video on it. Submitting evidence to the VA. Use Quick Submit. Bang, boom. Oh, I'm listening to music in my ears, by the way. Okay. Johnny Clark says, what's up? Okay. Beep, bop, boop, beep. Says, I recently had a VSO submit all my claims for BDD. Lots of BDD claims today. And he forgot to put my psoriatic arthritis. I informed him and he told me it's too late. It would prolong my claims. Just submit the claim yourself, dude. Shame on your VSO for saying that. Okay. Especially if like he was well informed and they just didn't submit it. Shame on them for that. Also, just go submit it yourself. That's what I would do. How do you do that? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's actually right here. Bam. What a shame, dude. Sad. Thank you for sharing that, though. All right. If I submitted a fully developed claim for sleep apnea and TMJ, and they didn't ask for a CMP for either, is that a good sign? It actually is. And in fully developed, I assume you mean you have a actionable and sufficient DBQ. You have diagnosis, evidence from service, current, the whole shebang. Clay, a lot of doom and gloom lately for you. Is there anything positive? So, what a great question. And I'll explain that. Lots of doom and gloom from me. Let's go see what this person's talking about. So, more major changes, talking about actions will directly harm veterans. That's not doom and gloom. That's not doom and gloom. This was funny. That's fraud. That sucks. This one is probably the biggest news, okay, of the year so far. Mr. Russell Watt. COVID presumptives, mental health, VA got that right. Paul Lawrence. There's really not that many things here. Anyways, I assume you're talking about these two. Yeah, so the reason I made this video, okay, is because not having an IG is a big deal. Now, I assume there's something in the works to get another IG up to speed, but right now it's not good. Right, the instant firing of the IGs, I'm not a big fan of, okay? I'm not for or against Trump, but man, dude, the IG is supposed to be not even bipartisan. They're supposed to, what's that called? Like abstain from having that prejudice, okay? And firing IGs based on any other reason outside of they're not doing their job, it's not going to fly in my book. Now, again, I don't know all the details of that. Obviously, it's way over my head, but I assume that's what you're talking about. All right. You please give the paragraph section in the M21 TAC 1 that says the VA has to use. Oh, yes, I can. And I have a video on that. Do I remember off the top of my head? No. Let me see if I can search for this video. When was that? Was that the Am I Safe video? Is it this one? I'm going to have to find that for you, but I did a whole video on that line item in the 21 TAC 1 that talks about using both. I don't want to give you that answer, though. I'd rather just give it to you. Where is that? Give me like 1 minute. If I can't find it, I'll. Where did I put? I hate looking at my thumbnails, by the way, in case you're wondering. Is it this one? I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me see if it's this one. If not, I'll have to get back to you. I'll make a community post if I can't find it. Holy baloney. Look at that. I'm a genius. And I'm wearing the same shirt. Okay. The provisions. Let me zoom in on this. I'm looking at a video here. The provisions of a statutory or regulatory change to rating schedule criteria. There. For claims pending on the date that a rating schedule provision is changed, it is usually appropriate to apply old, new. Old, new. A higher valuation must be based on the new regulation, but the new reg criteria cannot be applied to reduce. There we go. So that's 523D2 hotel. I'll put that in the chat for you. And there's more to this too. I'm not going to watch this whole video right here. But you can look that up. And then I'll actually just link this for you. I knew I had it, dude. And I knew I was a genius. There. Okay, what a question. Thank you. That was a hard one. Rated for a ruptured disc. If I go through surgery for a disc replacement, will I lose my rating? No. No, you will not. For those veterans that reside outside of the U.S. are not close to a foreign medical program approved by the VA, where the VA still requires CMP exam. Good question. I want to say yes, but the only examples I can think of are veterans in Italy and Philippines, which both have one. I want to say the answer is yes. But I have heard stories of veterans flying back to the U.S. for CMP exams as well. Maybe that is no. Is there someone who lives abroad that can answer that? Okay. Leave Clay alone. He's just providing information. Hey, don't worry about it. It's there's a reason I read articles whenever I do videos like that. It's because it kind of takes me out of it and I just read. I'll give my thoughts on it. But, you know, if the VA OIG is fired, it has nothing to do with me. I'm just making a video of it. If the OMB lead wants to have a means test for VA disability and cut disability, no way. No way. No freaking way, dude. Oh my gosh. Holy. Dude. I can't. You guys are making me way too weird. I don't even know what to say. We usually get a lot of like 2s, 5s, and 10s, some 20s, a 50 every now and then. That's the second 500 of the night, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm about to call my wife, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. What are we doing? I can't even answer questions right now. Dude, I feel so bad. Dude, thank you. You don't even have a question. If you have a question, I'm not taking off my shirt. You're crazy. If you have a question, Panther, please. Now, I am going to update the banner. And I can't take it off, but I will do a Panther minus Anhawk. Oh my goodness. Dude, seriously, Hawk, thank you for everything. Please send me that article. I will do a video on that. Panther Minus, man. Seriously. Seriously. Thank you. I can't even speak. Okay. Dude, pray. He is so good. Praise God. All right. In 1975, I was denied organic disease tracked not. Oh my gosh, I put the banner away. Not found on exam dated 75. Filed a claim in 24th to TERA. Do you think I have a... So any time there is a lot of back pay at play, a lawyer route is always what I would recommend, okay? For back pay specifically. Potentially back to 75. It's not likely, but it's at least a conversation to have. As far as why, I want to know why you were denied in the first place. The VA was a lot different then than it is now. But as far as the basis of service connection for TERA, TERA is a mixture of... That's insane, dude. TERA is a mixture of direct and secondary. That's how I like to explain TERA. So TERA, because you were directly exposed in service. Secondary, because the connection is to the exposure versus directly to military service. It's kind of weird. Do I think you have a chance? I think so. I would need to know a lot more about your situation, but I can tell you this, how I would shift. I'm going to actually link you a video. And thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. I'm going to link a video because it explains this much better than I'm about to explain it. But essentially, you want to tailor your evidence around the level of your exposure. So, for instance, someone sleeping next to the burn pit that's 200 meters away is exposed. Someone who is stirring wag bags 6 hours a day, their level of exposure is a lot higher, right? And so you want to make sure the VA and your CMP examiner is tracking on the level of your exposure. And I would take that mindset and that framework with you. Here it is right here. So I'll pin this below. Evidence for TERA claims. That's the mindset I would have if I were going to submit a TERA claim. Victor, thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate that. Be sure to download Discord, even if you're not a member. Download Discord. If you are a member, when you download it, you'll be able to link your accounts, and we can do all of that. And we have more. Diana Oates, thank you so much. I saw you had some chats, so let me find them real quick. I think you had some chats. You do. I see. Thank you, Diane. I said Diana, but I meant Diane. Okay. I got my C file. Oh, let me put my face up here. I got my C file last weekend and saw symptoms of intermittent, short and long-term memory other than high learned material. I do have 3 master's degrees, by the way, since TBI. Okay, so we're talking TBI. C file last week, intermittent, short and long-term memory issues. Did you have more? I think I saw more. I've been teaching 20 years since I was on medical disability for 6 months for certificate connection fusion. I went back after Christmas, plan on retiring this summer. Do you think SMC-L is probable? Do I think it's probable? So the thing about TBI, and no, I'm not a neurologist at all, But I do understand it gets worse over time. Okay, especially in our older, as we get older, in our late years. Is it probable? I wouldn't say probable based on these comments alone. Is it possible? Absolutely. Okay. So be sure to continue documenting your symptoms, which it seems like you've been on top of, Diane. Continue to document those symptoms. And then when you're ready, when it's time, submit that evidence-based claim. Possible, yes. Probable, I would need a lot more questions asked and answered. I hope that helps. Henry says, good evening, everyone. What's up, dude? Thank you for being a member. Thank you for coming to the stream. If there's no questions, there's no live Q&A. I still can't believe this. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay. I'm 80%. How can I get to 100? I have no secondaries, legs, PTSD, neck and back on my ratings. Okay, that's not the right question to ask. How can you get to 100%? You need to be properly rated. Now, I use something called the 5-step process. I'm going to link a video for you too, because it's going to explain it more. But it's increases, secondaries, denials, new claims, presumptives, and TERA. TERA could be step 6, but 5 steps sounds better. I can tell you right now, looking at PTSD, there are secondaries of PTSD. There are secondaries of neck and back. So I see your legs are connected. I want to know how your legs are connected. Is it nerve damage, knees, hips, feet? What does that look like? I want to know about your arm, nerve damage in your arms. I want to know about your service, your deployments. I would look at presumptives, assuming you're a Gulf War post 9/11. That would be probably the first place I would start. But 80 to 100 is a long way, especially if that 80 is a 76, which it's probably not based on what you're rated for. Hope that helps, dude. New member, Paula Vache. What's up? There was a person in my unit whose last name was Vache. He was cool, I think. I don't think he liked me that much. Okay. When my sleep apnea claim is approved, will the back pay be for the 50% or the 30% difference between my current rating and new rating? It does make sense. I think you asked it very weird, though, and I'm going to explain it to everyone. So let's say your rating, overall rating, no sleep apnea is 50%. A solid 50%. Then you get rated for sleep apnea, which is another 50%. VA math will make that 75, which means your 75 is rounded to 80, right? So there's a 30% difference from 50 to 80. Now what the VA is going to do is take that 80% rating and the compensation from that. They're going to subtract 50% over the last 8 months or however whatever your effective date goes back to. And the difference of that is what you'll get back pay for. And then once you're rated, you'll start being paid at 80%. I hope that answers your question there. Jerry Early, thank you. Thank you. Okay, first of all, thank you. Thank all of you. I have first visit for PTSD on Friday, what to expect, and after I'm 80%. Hope that makes sense. It does, dude. And this is a super easy. First, I totally forgot to link the 5 steps into the chat. Okay. So let me link the 5 steps first, and then I'm going to answer that question. Luckily, I know exactly where this is at. Nope, this is it. It's this one. All right. 5 steps. That explains the 5 steps much more than I just did quickly. And your question is PTSD. All right. I'm also going to link you a video. I'm going to explain it though. And that is right here. Okay, what to expect for a mental health exam. I'm not going to hit on PTSD specifically. To be all for all mental health. Okay, 3 phases. You have your pre-military, like your childhood, divorced parents. Were you abused as a child? What does your childhood look like? You'll get through that. Then you go to military time. The majority of the conversation should start here, or should happen during this phase. And that's when, for PTSD, you're talking about in-service stressors. What is that for you, whether it's combat related or not combat related? And you really go into the cause of your mental health, any evidence you have, if you were seen by behavioral health. And then you move on to post-military. Okay, well, what were your symptoms like after the military right now? And that's essentially how the CMP exam will go. And the video I linked below is going to talk about symptoms. There's 4 major ones of mental health that are very, very prevalent in the veteran community. We have another super chat. Man, we're hitting it off today. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Brandon says, had CMP bilateral hearing tinnitus in October 24. Tinnitus approved. Bilateral hearing, still no movement. What should I do? There's nothing you can do. I know you're not going to like this answer, but there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to wait it out. If you have a VSO, they can look at VBMS and see whose hands have been on your claim. But other than that, there's this hurry up and wait kind of deal. Yep. I hate that answer. I'm sorry. All right. Jack Stowe says, I submitted a claim for mental health and I did my CMP exam already. Can I stop going to my VA appointments for mental health? You could imagine how hard it is for me to recommend someone to stop seeing healthcare on YouTube. Okay. So I'm not going to answer that. I'll tell you what I did. I've been going through treatment for mental health stuff from 2014 to like 2022, 2021-ish time frame. I was the same way. I'm not a big fan of medication. I really did not like and still don't like talking to anyone at the VA, especially for mental health. I went the godly route, got hooked up with my local church and went that route, which is completely outside of medical advice, right? And that's what I did for healthcare reasons, not for VA reasons. Will the VA reduce your rating because you stopped going to your healthcare appointments? No, not at all. All right, Fire and Ice says, doom and gloom is how was you SecDef first day. Yeah, I am so glad that I don't feel obligated to cover Pete Hegseth or basically anything else outside of what matters to VA compensation. But that's a hairy one for sure. Jake says, Cleo's in National Guard from 79 to 82 was denied tinnitus and hearing loss. Both CMP and ENT both said I have it. I am appealing it. Okay. I want to know why it was denied. If I had to take a wild guess, it's probably a lack of evidence from 82 to right now. Probably continuity of symptoms there, or a lack of continuity of symptoms. But if you're going to appeal it, just make sure you submit new and relevant evidence for that. Depends on what you did in the National Guard as well, and how often did you do that. Make sure I didn't skip anyone. Okay. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. I received 3 letters in the last 2 months. I have migraines at 30%. Medical records show it should be higher. Also TBI at 10%, but not all conditions considered. Okay, if you have evidence of your migraines that should be 50%, then you do the higher level review, and you need to speak on your evidence for that. That's part's key. Evidence is what matters. Service connection is out the window. You've already passed that hump. It's just symptoms. TBI at 10%, but not all conditions considered. Do you mean like you still have more, like some were deferred? I think that's what you're getting at. What I am going to do is link you a video specifically for migraines going to 50%, because evidence matters. And when you do the HLR with informal conference, that's my recommendation. Migraine increase to 50%. Bang. So just link that below. If I get service connected for my hip and then I have a hip replacement, is the A special form needed to submit? That you need to speak to your healthcare team about that. Okay. Having surgery or replacement is not the criteria for that. There's other things that go into that. I assume a hip replacement would meet the criteria for that, but that's a conversation you have with your healthcare team. All right. Oh, I see. You have a 2-parter. What should I do? Yeah, HLR for that, and then I think you have claims that are deferred is what I think you're asking. Unless you're talking about you think your TBI should be rated higher. In that case, you would also do HLR, assuming you have the evidence. Ooh, concise psych. Strong work as always, Clay. Thank you for doing this lives. Hey, Dr. Sharma, he had his first live Q&A last Wednesday, I think. Go to Concise Psych. I'm going to link his channel for everyone in the chat as well. But just like how I'm answering VA questions, Dr. Sharma does the same thing. And it's better because he's a doctor. Okay, first of all, 1.3K views on your first stream is really good. I think I had like a couple hundred. So, Doc, if you're still here, good numbers there. But yeah, see, he does the same. Dr. Sharma, what do we do about the change for mental health? And then he'll talk about it. Okay. So make sure you follow Dr. Sharma's channel. Psychiatrist, veteran, talks about veteran mental health stuff. Good dude. I just pinned that below. All right. Wow. Okay. Clay, I've tried searching and have not come up with much. What secondaries are there related to a botched hernia surgery? Secondaries to a botched surgery? That I don't know. I feel like that's something that you would know, though, because your healthcare team would be obligated to inform you of what happened during the surgery. You know, are there secondaries to hernias? Yes. I'm trying to wrap my head around, there was a botched surgery, something came out of it, but your healthcare team did not inform you of that. That seems weird to me, personally. Andre says 137 people in the chat. Yep. And right now we have 239 with 83 likes. So appreciate that, Andre. Hit like, subscribe, do all the stuff. Reboss for life. I'm 100% PNT service connected, and I haven't used my CPAP for 3 years because of my PTSD. Should I worry about the VA taking? No. This is a great example. Okay. Now, it wouldn't hurt to talk to your healthcare provider about that because healthcare is important. But what I do want to show you is this is going to be super important here. Okay. So pay attention. We're going to go to our nifty playlist here. We're going to go to changes in one place. We're going to go to sleep apnea. Where's it at? Where am I? A dummy? Oh, here it is. Fed reg. Boom. Look at that. Everything's in one spot for you. I'm going to hit... There's no way it's whited out. It's so annoying. Okay, let me go to the PDF. Okay. Right here. Let me zoom in on this one. This is a little hard to read. Note, qualifying comorbidities are conditions that, this is the key part here, in the opinion of a qualified medical provider, not your opinion, in their opinion, okay, directly impede or prevent the habitual use of a recognized form of treatment shown by sleep study. Okay, there we go. And there's some examples: dermatitis, Parkinson's, missing limb, skull fracture, stuff like that. Okay, so keep that in mind. I don't know what happened there. What the heck? Okay. Anyways, there you go. Hope that answered your question. All right, Nicholas Reed says, I'm doing my initial claim when I get separated, which has 29 claims. Okay, very common to see that for BDD claims. Should I chop my 1,600-page medical records by each claim or just upload one complete file? This is your first time claiming, I wouldn't chop it up. I wouldn't do the picture perfect claim thing. I would just submit everything all at once and say, hey, figure it out. Okay. For initial claims only. That part's key there. Right. If you're fighting a denial, you really want to piecemeal it and go through the numbers. Veterans Info Tap himself, dude, the mammoth of VA disability channels. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Jason. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and share his channel for everyone. This is Veterans Info Tap. If you don't know, great channel. Veterans Info Tap. Bam. And heck, if you don't know, we have a podcast channel where we talk about the same disability stuff, more in a conversation style. It's very detailed. We get into the nitty-gritty of things. Various opinions. So if you don't follow that, you should. There you can see us. Look at that. Look at Jason. Beautiful. Look at that mop on his face. Okay. Thank you for that, Jason. Appreciate it. All right. Recently got back from HLR for tinnitus. They recorded and documented all this evidence saying it would be service connected. but received a denial for service connection because I didn't file it on time. Something's weird here. Let me see what you're asking. But received denial for service connection because I didn't file in time. Something's weird here, man. My initial thoughts were maybe you did a submittal claim. I'm sorry, you did an HLR, but it was past the 1 year mark. And so you just submitted the wrong claim. That was my initial thoughts. That's not what it sounds like, though. What is happening to this? I see your chat. From discharge date from active duty. When did you, TMAS, because you're on live right now, when did you leave service? Okay. And when did you submit the claim? Let me know that, and I could probably answer that question. Because that second part there is weird. Okay, so you got out in 2012 and you submitted the claim in 2023. All right. So I'm willing to bet what you're probably referring to. Well, the C&P examiner could use continuity of symptoms, but what, 11-year difference? 11-year difference, continuity of symptoms for tinnitus normally wouldn't be a big thing. Maybe they talked about the presumptive criteria for tinnitus being within 1 year. Maybe that's what they were referring to. It's not because you didn't file it in time. And if there's a time criteria, they're talking about the presumptive for tinnitus, which is within 1 year. I would want to know. Yeah, that sounds like what it was. What you can do, TMAST, is send me your decision letter. Just you, no one else. Don't be. Listen, if you're not TMAST, don't send me your decision letters. But you can send me your decision letter through an email, and I'll just verify that. I think that's what it is, though, just based on how you said that. Ricky Hester says, good morning from Japan. Clay, hope your day is going well. It's going, dude. I appreciate it. We have another donation. Whoa, Nicholas Reed, thank you very much. Thank you for answering my question. It's not a BDD, Sally. It's an admin set. Honorable. Yeah, no worries. If that is the case, then still, I would not piecemeal. For initial claims, I wouldn't piecemeal it. I would just say, hey, VA, here's everything I want to claim. Here's all my evidence from service and current. And let's say you got out in 2000, just hypothetically. All evidence from service, all evidence from 2000 to right now relative, and then anything that's current, like a current diagnosis and things like that would be what I would submit. But thank you. Appreciate it. Nuclear Chicken, he is the moderator for our Discord. He keeps everything together. I honestly just log in and answer questions. That's it. I don't do anything else. So thank you, Nuke. I appreciate that. Says, hello, everyone. When you join the Discord server, if you're a paid YouTube member of this channel, make sure to link your accounts. Contact Nuclear on Discord if you have any issues. Absolutely. Thank you, Nuke. Appreciate it. All right, Scrap Guy, what's up? How's it going? Norm, thank you very much. I got your gift that you sent. I appreciate it. I'll have to dive into that. And speaking of that, I have schoolwork right after I get off of this stream. I'm in a master's program right now. It's kicking my behind. Anyways. Hi, Clay. Just heard today that my OSA was denied. Instead, the comment was wait and advance age. My contention is that due to my varying duties. Okay. Norm, what I want you to do is redact your decision. You're a member, and I know you're on member chat of the Discord. Redact your decision letter, put it in the uploads and links channel. I'm going to take a look at it. It sounds like the CMP examiner is using that as rationale to deny your claim, which does suck. It's not good. Yeah, no worries. But depending on what else you have going on, you might be able to combat their reasoning. If they're using weight gain as a reason to deny, maybe there's an avenue to use weight gain to be an intermediate step. Maybe. We don't know yet. We have to kind of figure that out as we go. Cray says, for high cholesterol, is there disability rating? There's not, actually. The VA will recognize it, say, hey, there's a word for that. It's super scientific, and I can't pronounce it. It's hard to get dental claims approved. The only hard claim is one where you do not have evidence in service. Okay, that's the only hard claim. If you have evidence from service, assuming the time frame's not there, like the evidence is from 75 and it's 2025 right now. If you have evidence from service, generally speaking, those claims are super easy. Okay. So is it hard to get dental claims approved? Depends what your evidence is. You know, just being a dental claim, you know, you can't claim the Marine Corps took my wisdom teeth out. That's not going to fly. You know, but like chip teeth is pretty common. TMJ is pretty common. Bruxism is pretty common, although it's likely roped under anxiety. Kellyanne, thank you very much. I need to make you. I need to redo my mods on here, and I don't know how to do that. I'll figure that out later on. Okay. But he's another moderator of the Discord, one of the squad leaders. Thank you, Kellyanne. Appreciate it. David Pagan says, just want to say thank you, Clay, for what you do. Big shout out to Dr. Sharma. Hey, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for being a member. Okay. If you haven't downloaded Discord yet, be sure to do that. Does requesting your C file delay any pending claims? No, does not. I think back in the day it did, like 2018-ish time frame. But that's long gone. We're good. The VA has improved, believe it or not. Rami, Duran. Thanks, Clay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Right, dude, I could use 500. Hey, I still feel weird, dude. Honestly, I'm going to have to call my wife right after this. I'm going to text her, actually. Hold on. Give me a minute to text her. All right. I still can't wrap my head around it. OMB is involved with VA and every other federal agency. It's not that they're not involved, but when it comes to VA policy, they're not. Okay. Now, I will give this to you, and that's kind of gets back to the point of why I made the video on Russell Vought. I don't want anyone in a cabinet position or anyone in government for that matter to have that mindset of taking away disability. And I don't care what your political lines are. There's objective truth that those in government want to take disability, VA compensation away. That is a fact. Okay. I think this election cycle has kind of solidified that. Russell Vought is the poster child of that statement. So yeah, it does exist. And it's something that everyone should at least be mindful of. But luckily we have VFW, DAV, American Legion constantly on the Hill. That's really when your national level VSOs are going to come in. Diane, I got your message, and I will definitely check that. Thank you. Dover Trains LLC. I've been appealing it since 22. With supplemental HLR, never went over a year of the appeals. What do you think may happen? Would it go back? So it should. If it doesn't, let's say you're granted service connection, you get back pay, but not to February of 22, immediate higher level review on the effective date. Now, there are some things that can change your effective date, which sucks. So, for instance, let's say you submitted a claim for, anxiety secondary, right? And the anxiety secondary would have been denied, but then they have like insomnia direct for some reason that's there. And then your insomnia direct is connected. That can change your effective date because there's a drastic change in the diagnosis there and the basis of service connection. There's a few weird things like that, like facts found, that can do it as well. But generally speaking, it should go back to this date. And if it's not, you need to do a higher level review because the VA gets that wrong all the time. Thank you again, Hawk. I appreciate that. All right. Operation that gave me sleep depression. Yeah, just make sure you submit or send me your decision letter and upload the links on the member chat. Yeah, I haven't either. Trust me. There's two of them. Why will my claim get delayed on step 5? Been there for 3 months. Ain't no rhyme or reason. I actually have a video for you. I have a video just for you, just for this question. Okay? No one knows the reason. There's no answer for it. If anyone tells you an answer, they are straight up lying to you. I promise. Look, this is probably the most commonly asked question. It only has 5K views. That sucks, dude. Oh, I didn't share my screen. Whatever. Timelines on your VA claim. Psh. That's a good title for that one. I'm going to change the title. Video didn't do too hot. All right, that's it. I'm donating 1,000. Don't, dude. Please don't. I'll cry. Don't do it. I wonder if he meant, oh no. Google DAV Convention Dental. Okay. DAV Convention Dental. I think I found it. Okay, I'm going to save this. I need to, actually, let me put it in my phone. Because I will forget. DAV Convention Dental Priority. Yeah, dude, you donate $500, you get a video. Okay. That's the least I can do. All right, I'm still not sharing my screen because I'm an idiot, but in case you're wondering, this is where it's at. DJ Phono. By the way, the next claim clinic is at the VFW National Convention this summer. It's in Dayton, Ohio. I'm probably going to be there. Just depends, but yeah. All right, I went through step 1 through 4 in a month now. Yeah. The timeline video that I linked was also for you. Does PTSD combine with MDD rate higher than one of them on their own? No, doesn't. Once your service connected for mental health, it's all symptoms from there. Okay? It's all symptoms. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. Mental health, 30 CFR, ECFR. It's all of these. This is the only thing that matters. All of this up here, these are your diagnoses. See schizophrenia, GAD, your MDDs down here, all post-traumatic stress. All these don't matter once your server is connected. It's just this right here. Just that. For now, until it changes. But when it changes, I'll let you know. All right, that's why I tell you to keep helping vendors with their claims. You're good at it. Stick to that. I appreciate it, Scrap Guy. Don't worry. I definitely appreciate your comments, Scrap. How to look at a DBQ exam or notes from CMP exam or CMP from years ago. C-file. C-file is the answer there. It's going to take a really long time to get that. Let me go through the chat here and make sure that we answer everyone's questions. I don't know what that means, but I know that you live in Japan, so good morning. And I'm going to end the stream here in a second. If you're a member and I didn't get to your question, just hit me up on the Discord. I'll answer it as soon as I can. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anything crazy here. And seriously, I thank you for coming out. And we have 2 $500 donations, dude. I can't even. I do on the Discord, Jessica. On the Discord. Uploads and links. If you don't, just tag Nuke on Discord and he'll walk you to that. Don't forget about VeteranAI, using that tool. Great tool, VeteranAI.co. Don't forget about VetCom if you need help with assistance or assistance with your claim. I also do one-on-ones. Just send me an email. Hit me up on Discord. We got Nexus letters, American Medical Experts, Dr. Sharma, Dr. Patel down below. What else do we got? Dr. Sharma has his own course, his own YouTube channel. David Piatek with VA housing education, VA home loans. Yes, VeteranAI. Great. I'll actually show, before I leave, I'll show that because it is one of my favorite tools for veterans. I think every veteran should have this. There's no reason not to have it. Now, this is my fake profile, but you can see here, you can upload files. So here are some approvals. These are decision letters I uploaded. And it spit out my claims. And then you can go to your claims. You can edit it, create a statement if you want. I'm not going to do that here, but I'll link a video for you if you want to learn how to do your own statement using AI, VeteranAI, which is a little different than ChatGPT. It's better, in my opinion. Generate statement and Nexus letter. But yeah, you can do Nexus letters on VeteranAI. You can upload documents. You can do claim review. So it essentially consults you on your claim. So for instance, let's say I wanted to increase my back. It's at 10%. I just hit review and bam. It's your one-stop shop. Okay. Let's say I wanted to increase mental health at 70. There you go. And then the ChatBot, probably my favorite thing of this because it's veteran specific. So watch this. Can you link 3 studies showing how sleep apnea is secondary to PTSD with obesity as an intermediate step? Now, this is live. Let's hope it works. It's going to work, but. Look at that. Look at that. Now you're gonna have to do some digging. Okay. You can copy that, do your Googling, and go from there. But 2022, 2019, 2023, on my claims here, let's say shoulder, bilateral shoulder, I can go to chat again, and it knows you. Oh my gosh, dude, you can't do this to me right now. You can't do this to me right now. Oh wait, it kicked me out. Okay. Let me log in real quick with my credentials. Okay. How can I get my bilateral shoulder condition service connected? Let that think for a second. Videos on how videos on how it works. Absolutely. There's a whole playlist. So here is statements. Here is Nexus letters. Here is, I did a whole live stream where the chatbot answered every question, which was pretty interesting. Did it work? It's still working. It keeps kicking me out. I don't want to close my windows because let me switch to Chrome actually. I have like 50 windows open right now. Let me sign in. Oh, I am so deep in this. We're gonna do it all the way right now. And then after this, I'll head out. How can I connect my bilateral shoulder condition? Siri. I said something and Siri heard me. Please work right now. This is so bad. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Woo. Okay. It works. I promise. There it goes. I just have 50 windows open on my computer right now. Okay. That's all I got. Thank you for coming out to the live stream. Dude. Hawk, insane. Panther Minus, insane. Insane. Seriously, I want to call my wife, let her know I'm extremely blessed. I have nothing else to say. Thank you.